block out the crowd, block out whatever else is going on, the situation of the game, what needs to be done. It's just purely concentration. I think the West Indies in '92, losing by 1 run. The West Indies, I think, hadn't been beaten for some ridiculous amount of time. And that was still their old gun side. You know, they had the 4 fast bowlers, Patterson, Bishop, Walsh, Ambrose. They had, you know, the Richie Richardsons and Desmond Haynes and all those great players. And we lost by a run in Adelaide, lost that series 2-1. So that's a big one in cricket, that disappointment. The '96 World Cup final, losing to Sri Lanka. We, you know, for the first time, Australia, we were probably a bit sloppy in our preparation. We didn't check out the ground. And dew came at night time, and we won the toss and batted. And we couldn't really grip the ball because it was so slippery with the dew. So if we had been there the night before and done our preparation properly, when we won the toss, we would have bowled first. So the '96 World Cup final, losing to West Indies by a run, and probably not getting a Test 100. I had probably 4 or 5 realistic chances, which I should have made 2 or 3 of those, but I didn't get him. So they're probably my biggest regrets or biggest disappointments in cricket. My funniest moment in cricket, or really the funniest / embarrassing, we were playing in Hobart against New Zealand, and I was batting against Daniel Vittori, who was a wonderful spinner. And he bowled a ball, and I ran down the wicket to try and smash it, and I missed it. And I tried to put my bat back into the crease to get back so I wouldn't get stumped. And my bat slipped, and the bat hit the stumps, and then I fell over and headbutted the stumps. And then we went off for rain, and Channel 9 just kept replaying it because it was so funny all day. And we were playing cards with the Kiwis, and they just kept replaying on the TV. So I had nowhere to hide. So that was probably my most, or funniest / embarrassing moment on the cricket field. I mean, Alan Border was absolutely outstanding. Probably the toughest batsman I saw, or played with or against. But I think the 2 standout batsmen of my era was Sachin Tendulkar and Brian Lara. They were the 2 best batsmen, I think, at that time. And then you have, you know, the Borders and Pontings and Gooch and those sort of guys underneath them. But Lara, Tendulkar, very hard to split. I think if I had someone to go out and bat for my life, it would be Sachin Tendulkar. But if I think I wanted someone to go out and bat and chase 400 on the last day of a Test match and win us the game, I'd go for Brian Lara. You know, you hear commentators sometimes saying, oh, he's in the zone. I think the zone means total concentration on what you're doing right now. It's about that ability to block out the crowd, block out whatever else is going on, the situation of the game, what needs to be done. It's just purely concentration. And when you're at the top of your mark and concentrating and that all the rest of you oblivious to everything else, that's being in the zone. And what actually happens is it all happens in slow motion and easy. You're also not thinking technical about your front arm or your bowling. It just happens. And it's not often you can get in that zone without thinking about other stuff and clearing your mind. But in the zone is just total concentration. How do I know when I had the wood on a batsman and I had it on him? If he wasn't picking which way it was going, and I knew he was just trying to sweep, which meant he couldn't use his feet and get down the pitch, and I knew he only had really one way to score unless I bowled a bad ball. So I knew I was in control. But if they were, you know, letting balls go and hitting him in the pad and it was going opposite ways to what they thought, it was always good fun when someone couldn't pick which way it was going.